Hey guys, Fish and Reptile Reviews here. Just in my fish room, just did another review right now on my 45-gallon bow front. We'll be posting it right now. Going live, guys. Right now I'm going live to show you guys my fish sculptures. Throughout my fish keeping years, I lost multiple fish that I did not get to keep. Beautiful fish that dry out and will still keep their colors that I did not know. So lately, from the fish that passed away from me within the last 5 months, and any crabs or anything I was catching and believed I should have kept, I kept, guys. And I got a dried out a Seller's clownfish here for you to see. Dried out Clarky clownfish. Dried out Niger triggerfish, excuse me. And we got out a dried mono. And we got a dried out eel. So those are the fish. We got a dried out urchin. We got a dried out some crabs. We got a couple dried out things we're gonna need to show you. Let's get to it. All right. Let's start like this. Alrighty, you see this, guys? I had actually purchased this animal about a month ago, but turns out this animal needed more elements in my tank than I had, and he ended up dying. But guys, such a nice pincusion urchin with purple spikes that I could not get rid of him. So you can see by me touching the sculpture right now, it is letting off some things there, some spikes. But this is the pincusion urchin. This is where this urchin he almost fell, guys. Trying to get a little zoom in. You see there, guys, that's where the urchin will eat from. So you can see its little claws right here and there, like the claw mouth right there where my nail is, right there. But besides that, guys, a pincusion urchin is just like a starfish, as the starfish has these little invisible tentacles that bring them, move them around under the sea. These have the same. Alright, that's one of the sculptures. Let's get to this. Now, this was a Clarky clownfish that I did not get to keep in good shape when he died on me. Beautiful Clarky clownfish. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they called him... No, that was the Clarky, if I'm not mistaken. He was a black Clarky clownfish, very beautiful Clarky. He had a pair, didn't buy the pair, only bought him. He ended up dying on me when I raised my salinity because, to be honest with you guys will never believe it. I was gone for a whole month and all my fish died, but him and a couple damsels lived. But with that being said, the tank was brought down to salinity, I guess, from all that time. And trust me, it was brackish water and he was living. And once I made it salt, it actually killed this poor guy. He had 2 stripes on him. He had a bright yellow-orange tail, and anywhere you see that's like looks pale like this color on his chest, was nice bright red-orange, and the white stripes were white, guys. Alright, on to the next thing. Alright, guys. Right here we got a Seller's clownfish right here, guys. This was my marlin right here. He ended up not making it due to all the stuff in my tank as far as ammonia, nitrites, traits, phosphates, metals, hardness, alkalinity. All of that actually killed this poor guy. For me not having no testers at the time, but using him as a tester when I bought him as a new fish. Died 3 days later. Liked him because if you can see this pattern here, how it don't fully connect right there. That's the reason I really liked this fish. That's the Seller's clownfish. Now I want to talk about marlin. Now let's get to the, if I could just grab them without breaking them. And I hope that sculpture did not break. Alright, let me make sure it looks normal. Alright. Move this guy a little over. Let's fix this a little bit, guys. Don't mind this. I just don't want my sculptures to break while I'm showing you them. So we got the Niger trigger. The big old red saber-toothed guy. Now these guys right here are a true pain in the ass if you have crustaceans or if they're fully established in your tank. For anything you throw in there brand new, they're gonna take a nip at, whether it's a tang, whether it's a crab, whether it's a freaking damsel, they're gonna take a nip out of it if they're comfortable in your tank. Now I love this fish for the way it swims, for its characteristics, the way these fins actually move while it's under the water. I actually like the bluish, blackish Niger color it comes with. I really always love that nice spike them Niger triggers have on top of their head. Makes it look like an armored helmet, guys. But that was a Niger trigger. There wasn't much to this black guy here. You can see he hopped out my tank. Yeah, he hopped out my tank, guys. He jumped out, and that's why you see some sand and salt dried out on this end for He hopped out and got stuck right like that. He died like exactly how we're laying him. Dried out, poor guy. Alright, next sculpture, hopefully it break, was a snail shell. This was caught from my local community river. It's called Community Lake. They have these huge freshwater snails there that grow humongous, probably grow as big as my hand, bigger than this as you can see, guys. And this was the biggest one I had actually found. I found a million of these, but something told me keep one as a sculpture even though you found a million, so I did. And tried to put it in my saltwater tank to see if any hermit crabs that I had were big enough to live in it. Turns out, totally not. Only thing that wanted to live in it was an eel. Not much to show there. This is the shell. Yes, that's the shell. Let me just fix this for you guys. I want to try to get certain sculptures on certain things. That's the shell. Shipping. It was actually a brown gold. When I found her, she was actually pregnant. She was a female. Alright, guys. Now this, guys, oh my god, I'll be surprised if it makes you cry. I wouldn't, I mean. Well, this is the mono, guys. That's all you should remember in my big 110 gallon that I had previously, just about 5 months ago to 7. He was one of the hardiest fish I had, one of the fish that were the least pickiest, one of the easiest fish to keep. That was also a fresh and saltwater fish, because as a baby they need fresh, but as they get older and mature they need salt. Wow, his eye looks very bad. Looks like maggots ate it. That's weird the way it dried out. Thank God he does not stink. The mono will have usually a yellow coloration up here, going into a black, as you can see right here. Then he would have a yellow coloration under here, with a black line stripe there. If you could see the black still there, his tail would be yellow, though it's a brown now. He would have yellow swimming fins, and he would have black eyes with silver, and a full silver fish. Nice, neat fish, bigger than all of these fishes you could see. That's the mono. Now, pencil boy. This is an eel. Yes, it looks like a pencil. Yes, it looks like a twig. Yes, it looks like a stick, but it's a freaking eel. So you can see its face right here. I would love to just freaking put it in the light for you guys to see. Hold on, guys. You see its eye? See them eyes rotted out on it? Them 2 holes on its face? That's the eyes, since it got to focus. Sorry guys, focus is horrible right now. This is the eel that I caught at the local river of mine. It's called the Hackensack River here in New Jersey. Got one of these guys living in the bow front. Don't know where he is, must be under the sand. Pretty neat, live through anything. Fresh saltwater fish, could live in brackish, fresh or salt in other words. And no, not a picky fish, eats anything preferred or gave to it. Not picky. Now we got another fish over here, guys. Just bear with me, because I'm not gonna knock down every sculpture just to get the fish, for the camera looks messed up. This is a freshwater firemouth cichlid. He was the only one that was able to keep nice. Now these are one of my favorite cichlids within the South American cichlids. Real neat. Has a real red coloration on their stomach to throat. When they fight and get aggressive, just like a beta would, they let out this nice big dragon-looking thing under their neck. Got a couple of black dots usually on its body. As you can see, a black dot there, black dot by the gill. Has blue eyes as a fish, real neat and cute. Not a big fish. You can see about 4 to 3 inches. Nothing major. Now we're gonna get to the crabs without touching them, guys, for they are very gentle. Now, here are some crabs that I got to keep with their legs and claws. As you can see from size to size, this is the smallest size to the medium. As you can see, dried salt on them like if I salted them. Then to the large guy. But, those were that. If you want to just take an extra look at them, they weren't, really, you know, just regular. Looks like a crab that dried out on the beach. Now these were crabs that if you didn't know about a blue crab, you could rip the shell off, literally like the armor, and just keep the armored shell. So that's what I did with a lot of crabs that I would cook, or like, you know, catch them to cook, or that were dying on me, or that I just ran into, that I said, these crabs are dead, let me just take it. Like, you know, either way, however I got them. I did not take no lice for these crabs though, just to let you know. All right, you can see it starts with these little small puny things here on the top. Puny little blue crab, then we got the big bopper right here. See his little munchers right there where he would eat. Two eyes, little tentacles. Then you go back to the second one back here. He's like pretty big too. Then we got the last one back here. Pretty dirty shells because they're just always dirty, these crabs. But yep, guys, that was my dead sculptures, fish museum, whatever you want to call it, that I have. That I usually keep on top of these things for when people walk within my fish room door. These are the first sculptures they see, including the tank. But thank you guys so much for watching today. Like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you guys think, and see you next video.